Okay, for drawing the side view, we are actually not going to start by drawing a circle at all. We're going to start by drawing a line. Straight down about the middle of the page, but not exactly the middle, more to one side. And this line is not going to be straight. We're going to tilt it just a little. So now there's maybe half an inch or so of gap between it and the original line. Oops. Oh man. It's annoying. Okay. And now we will draw the circle. The reason we didn't draw the circle before is because we need to know how big we want our face to be. And before we can do that, we have to put down the angle of the front of the face so that we can know what we're working with. Now we can cut off the circle that comes beyond that line. And we can make the line that comes down come down only in about 1.5 inches. Then we connect it where it can lean against the circle, just like all other draw lines we've drawn. And we bring it down and we connect it. Now that we've connected that, we're going to go to where the middle of this half circle sort of thing would be. And that is about right here. Just behind that is where we put a line like this, and then like this. Actually, I think I'm going to go a little farther back and come in some more. You see, I've come to this point, which is down at the half of the circle. Then I tilt inwards, and this gives us a much smoother jawline. Now we're going to break this circle in half again. This will be where the largest point of the forehead is. So we're going to go down from the circle and make a lot of curves. You see, we go out because this line tells us that that's where the forehead is, and we get to that line, we go in past the line that shows us the front of the face. We go in until we get to about the line that the jawline makes across the circle, and then we will go out. I'm just going to put in a quick little triangle thing pointing outwards here. It's not going to remain an ugly looking nose like that forever. I just need to lay down the basics. Now that we have that, we're going to put in the mouth. Now, when you draw down from the nose, it actually comes out farther. So we do a tilted line down to the original chin, but then we find that this is a girl's face, the jaw is too long, so we are going to shorten that a little. From the back here, we'll curve down and make a line. And from the middle of these two lines here, I'm going to make a line down. That will be the other part of the neck. I'm just going to curve that some more, make it a little thinner, because we are drawing a girl. And now let's look at the nose itself. Now there are many different ways to draw noses, but I have found a way to do it that I find very nice looking, and that is kind of easy to draw. So we have this little triangle here that's uneven. This side is longer than this side, and what we do is we curve the top inwards and we curve the bottom outwards, and we make those two lines meet, smaller than the original triangle. And now right about here, at the bottom of the circle, you guys can put in lips if you want. It's often left out of the side view of the face, except for some very detailed manga styles, but I like to put it in sometimes. And it is just coming down from the nose until you get to that line, and going in very slightly at a very shallow angle, then coming back out and curving to blend in with the rest of the chin. Now I'm going to erase the guidelines right now. Okay, now that we have the guidelines erased, I can see that I have the head a little big, so I'm going to go through and shave that down a little. And now let's put in the ears. This line, where the jawline is, shows us where the ears have to go. It's about the middle, in the middle of the ears. So we're going to do a tilted teardrop sort of thing. Teardrop, not an oval, because it tapers at the bottom. I'm going to erase this guideline and erase this side of the teardrop shape. Then we make this an almost straight line, but it curves. We make this pretty much straight, but it curves to go down here and then come up in a sharp little hook. Now the reason it's so important to curve these lines of the ears is because this video we're drawing a human girl, and if we didn't curve the ears properly, she would look like an elf or something, which you can do, but it's not the look we're going for in this video. Then, like before, we go along the edges inside the ear, except we make this one a mirror image. Then, just above this point of the ear, we'll make this line. Now for the eyes. Making a line from the top of the ear and from the middle of the ear, that's about how big the eyes will be. We're going to make a line slanting down, and then this line will connect it to the bottom. A straight line down, and there's another straight line down, and we're going to look at this angle. Okay, we'll put the eyes down on it, and then erase the guidelines, and if you make the pupil correspond with the angle of the back lashes, it'll look a lot more 3D and be very interesting. Now we're going to put in the little highlight, and these two curved lines are going to be the color. See, you shade it in, and then you have that. Now you might notice that these kinds of eyes make her look kind of worried. So after I put in the lashes, which go down, which we begin farther down than the pupil and stop before we get to the bottom lash, to fix this worried look that she's got right now, we're going to have eyebrow. How about with that? And we're just going to experiment with what position we'd like the eyebrow to be in. I think that looks good. Okay, so now we'll put in the mouth. We need it to be a very gentle mouth. Okay, now let's do the hair. I'm going to sketch in very quickly the guidelines that we are going to be using. And then erase the parts of the head that are going to be obscured by the hair. Just a little, because we might need those later. So I haven't erased them completely, and I'm going to bring the hair out some more back here. And now we can begin to define the strands. And we're actually going to have a bit of hair back here. And now we can erase those guidelines. The reason I didn't go into detail about drawing the hair in this final part of the series is because the other videos go into very deep detail about it, and for hairstyles it really is not terribly important to get my details done line for line on your character. You just need to know how hair is put together so that you can make your own. We're not going to have all of her jawline visible because that makes her look too masculine. I'm going to shade in the color a little bit. And I don't think I explained this part, but you see we have the top lashes, and then going in a little just by the pupil we have a line tilting down. If we had outlined the entire eye, this is how it would look, and this line shows us that. So that line there is just to make it look a little more 3D. Alright, now I'm going to lay down a tone and then shade in the hair. Okay, that's done. And one of the great things about drawing with a graphite pencil is that you can instantly put in lighting just by erasing. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to put in the shading, just like we've done on all the other videos, shading in the larger spikes of hair. I'm going to shade in over here some. I'm going to shade behind the head a lot because it is a very heavy shadow. I'm going to erase all the times I got it out of the lines. And over here, big strands. And then below her neck. If you guys want, I can put in the body. You guys want to see that? And then we are done with drawing Ayano in a side view. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful to you. And I can't wait to do the next one with you guys, and I'll see you there.